So I really like this assignment. I think it, especially because we have an online class, I think it kind of lets us catch a better idea of who each other are. I definitely used what I know to do this assignment as best as I could. Definitely used music, my influences of my interests in this assignment. And I just want to say that. So just a little configuration here, one sec. Alright, so we have the political cultures activity. Let's go in here. So the four political cultures and political culture categories are the elitists, individualists, the egalitarians, and the fatalists. So I think I resonated with the egalitarians the most. They're the charismatic leaders that they believe equality is natural, spread wealth to all, and make everyone equal. I really thought I matched them the most. But the elitists, they have their leadership on the top, inequality is natural, top helps the bottom, and they keep order. The individualists are their own leaders, equal equality of opportunity, every person for themselves, and to make money. I didn't really vibe with that one. And then the fatalists, they have no concern for leadership, inequality is natural, hope for luck, and they survive. So for music, for a specific song, I really thought, or just going to order here, so the elitists, I thought Fool on the Hill by the Beatles was really good. If you listen to the lyrics, you notice that these people are watching this man, a fool on the hill, kind of just make a mockery of himself and just watch him mess up all the time. And I thought that they were just looking down on him from the top. I really couldn't think of a really better one for that one. For the individualists, I thought of My Band by the band D12 with Eminem. It's a very, very old song, but and it's a rap song, obviously. But they go through verses and they say like, "Oh, give me a verse, let me have a verse, let me talk to this girl, let me do this better than you, blah blah blah." And in this group, they were all separate, but they came together to form D12. And I thought that really matched the equality of opportunity in every person for himself. So the egalitarians, I can't say it. I thought of Imagine by John Lennon. Just he wanted everyone to be equal, and he really just put his heart and soul into the lyrics, spread wealth. And I think he was a really charismatic leader. He wasn't the leader of the Beatles, but he made a point to make his words known. And then the Fatalist, I said Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2 by Pink Floyd. Just that one has a more, instead of Part 1, it has a more focus on the chorus. We're saying, like, we don't need education. We kind of like a rebellious spirit. And I thought that really coincided with no concern for leadership and survival. For shows, just funny because I just did the zombie assignment. For elitist, I thought of The Walking Dead. I thought that the inequality is natural. There's always going to be a clear leader, and I always thought Rick was a really clear leader. And everyone helps each other, and there's Rick really does try to keep order, and it's a Ricktatorship. I believe that's a saying in the show. I haven't watched it in years. Individualists, I thought Shark Tank was a really good one. They're their own leaders, obviously. Mr. Wonderful, he's crazy. Equality of opportunity, every person for himself, and they obviously want to make money. The Resident is a new show. I watch it on Hulu. I don't really know what it's from, but it's similar to Grey's Anatomy, but their focus is on the business aspect of hospitals, and they just want to make sure that people are okay, and the villain of it all is actually the hospital board, and they just want to make money, but the doctors just want to spread the wealth. They just want to help people, insurance or not. And then for the Fatalist, I thought Once Upon a Time would be a pretty good mix. they really don't have a concern for leadership. I mean, later in the show, season 1, maybe, if you're familiar with the show, Regina is very strict on being mayor, setting herself up as Henry's mom. But they're really just trying to survive the mismatch life they've made for themselves, and they're really hoping for luck. This sounds weird, but for the elitist, I thought Moana was really good. Just the aspect of her becoming chief, and just the one song where they're all helping each other out. They keep order. Her father's main goal is to keep the order. Individualist, I thought The Wolf of Wall Street was pretty good. I've never seen it. I know more than I should about it for whatever reason, but I know Leonardo DiCaprio's character is very for himself, and he was really interested in making money. For the egalitarians, I thought the B movie was a good mix. They want to spread the wealth at the end, mostly, with the honey, and everyone in the hive is equal, and the leaders that they do have are pretty charismatic. I thought Barry was good. I didn't think I was going to have to say that. Now I feel like kind of a nerd. And then for the Fatalist, Hunger Games was my pick. Inequality is natural. There's always going to be someone on top with the capital or from the outer districts. They hope for luck. There's no leaders, and they all try to survive. For magazines, I don't really read magazines. I think they're kind of a paper destroyer. I thought for the egalitarians that Time would be a good one. They're not really affiliated. They're pretty middle of the road. And then People magazine for fatalists. That I was just thinking that celebrities fight to be on top, but really recently I've noticed that celebrities just do their own thing. So magazines are a no for me anyway. So for the books, I was really interested in this one. The Elitist, I thought of Animal Farm with I don't know who it's by, but I read it when I was in high school. And the pigs are fighting for leadership. It has a lot of communist ideals, that the inequality is natural. And I think Napoleon is the pig's name, and he's very interested in keeping his order. That's his regime. For individualists, I thought of The Great Gatsby, yet another Leonardo DiCaprio hit, even though I used the book. I read the book, not the movie. Anyway, he makes his own money, he does his own thing, and he's successful from it. He's very for himself and for Daisy. For egalitarians, I didn't really know. I said the Bible, but I've never read the Bible, so... and then for fatalists, I thought of Mice and Men. Just, if you analyze the characters, you notice that there's severe inequality with the wife just not even having a name. They hope for luck, and they try to survive, but, it's survival of the fittest, and, I forget his name. It's Larry? Is it Larry? It's the bigger guy. He unfortunately doesn't survive because he's not mentally fit. Heroes for the, I keep forgetting the name. The elitist, Superman. He's the head of, DC Comics. There's obviously people who are stronger or weaker than the others, and he keeps the order. And I also used Wonder Woman as the heroine, because she's like the female leader of the DC Comics. For hero of the individualist, I said Donald Trump, but he's not my hero. I just thought he's a greedy person and he's very for himself. But also, I don't know the man personally. Anyway. And then I also said Lex Luthor, so I guess I just chose this column to be villains. Knowing the comics, he's very for himself. He's very interested in his not his alter ego, that's his alter ego. His business. He wants to make money like that. For the hero and heroines, for the egalitarians, I thought of John Lennon again, and Emma Watson. Emma Watson's very interested in the he for she movement, and she's equality is natural. Everyone should be natural, and she wants to spread the wealth to all. Not necessarily money, but she wants to make sure that everyone has the same rights, same opportunities, and yes. And then I didn't have a heroine for Fatalist, but for a hero, I said Banksy. I thought he would be, he obviously has no concern for leadership and understands that inequality isn't natural, but he has a survival-esque persona, I think, that no one knows who he is, but he does this art and he makes it his own. And then this is games, I believe. For elitists, I said paintball. Their leadership, there's sometimes teams with captains. There's always going to be people who are better than others. But when you're on a team, you help each other and you keep the order. For individualists, I said Monopoly. I think that's kind of obvious. You want to make money, and everyone's for themselves. Pool, I said for egalitarians. Everyone has an equal chance. It's really just how the ball goes. And everyone has really just an equal chance. They're same numbers. The rules are straightforward. And then I said Fortnite for the Fatalist, because it just reminded me of the Hunger Games. I've played it a few times, whatever. Sports for the elitists, I said football. I wouldn't really know about football, but I know that the quarterback keeps like everyone intact and is a clear leader. So I thought that was. I also said paintball for individualists. When I'm saying different sport configuration, that everyone has an equal opportunity to win. When it's just like one-on-one or you don't play teams, everyone's for themselves and individuals make their own leaders. For egalitarians, I said cup pong. I've played it on my phone. Most people would know it as beer pong, but I didn't think that was appropriate. It's all equal. You just shoot the cup, whatever. Spread wealth and then make everyone equal. Everyone has the same chance. It's just really how well you play. And finally, I thought for the Fatalist, Rummy. I've been playing that a lot with my friends recently. And there's no leadership. Some people do better than others, so the inequality is natural. And you hope to win, and you really hope to survive the game with the most points. So that is my little chart. I think this was a very interesting assignment where we were kind of able to show each other a little bit more about our lives and our ways of thinking. And each other's own personal culture. So, thanks for watching.